Welcome to Everyday English Tips. Today's story is titled No School, No Internet, but She Learned English and Got a Job. This is the incredible story of Amina, a girl who had no classroom, no computer, and not even a stable electricity supply. But she had one thing most powerful of all, the desire to learn. Everyone around her said it was impossible. But Amina didn't care. She had a dream, and she was ready to fight for it. Not with noise, not with money, but with daily actions and unstoppable belief. This story is about turning obstacles into stepping stones. About how one girl with nothing but an old notebook and a strong heart taught herself English and changed her future. Amina was born in a small desert village. The school there shut down when she was 10. Her parents couldn't afford to send her to the city. There was no internet, no mobile signal in the evenings, and no one in the family who spoke English. Most of the girls her age were expected to stay at home, help with housework, and prepare for marriage. But Amina was different. Every time she saw someone speaking English on the TV at a neighbor's house, her eyes lit up. She didn't understand the words, but she loved how they sounded. So she made a decision. She would learn English. Not tomorrow, not when life became easy. She would start now, and she knew the journey would be hard. No teacher, no school, just her and her dream. And she knew the journey would be hard. No teacher, no school, just her and her dream. Since there was no internet, she asked a cousin in the city to bring her any old English books or newspapers he could find. One day, he brought her a torn children's English alphabet book. Some pages were missing, others were stained. But to Amina, it was gold. She began with the letters. A for apple, B for ball. She repeated each letter loudly, then quietly, then in a whisper. Every day, after cleaning, cooking, and fetching water, she studied for 30 minutes. Some days, she was so tired she fell asleep holding the book. She would stand in front of a small mirror in her room and say the words out loud. Her voice, shaky at first, but stronger with time. Even if they were wrong, she kept saying them. She corrected herself. She didn't laugh at her mistakes. She learned from them. Months passed. Her pronunciation improved. Her vocabulary slowly grew. She labeled items in her house with handwritten notes. Door, table, spoon, water, smile. She created her own English world inside her tiny home. Her little brother laughed. "Why are you talking to yourself?" She smiled. "I'm talking to my future." One day, her cousin brought her an old radio with weak reception. She discovered a station that played English news once a day. The voice was fast, but she didn't care. She listened carefully, wrote down what she heard phonetically, and tried to repeat it. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress. She'd even start practicing imaginary conversations, pretending to be a teacher, a shopkeeper, or a traveler asking for directions. She spoke both parts just to hear English in real life. By the time she was 18, Amina had learned over 1,000 English words and could speak in short, clear sentences. She practiced daily conversations with herself in front of the mirror. "Hello, how are you?" "I'm fine, thank you. And you?" She had never spoken to a real English speaker, but she believed it would happen one day. And one day, it did. A group of aid workers visited the village. One of them, a woman from Canada, needed help translating. Amina stepped forward. "I can help," she said nervously. The woman was surprised. "You speak English?" Amina nodded. "I try." And she did. She translated basic conversations between the villagers and the aid team. She made a few mistakes, but the Canadian woman was impressed. She said, You have potential. Don't stop practicing. That one sentence felt like a golden medal to Amina. Before leaving, the woman gave Amina her WhatsApp number and said, "If you ever need help, message me. You have talent." Amina didn't have a smartphone yet, but she had a goal now. She worked in a local farm for months and saved every coin. She even stopped buying small sweets she loved, just to save a little more. Finally, she bought a second-hand phone and borrowed a neighbor's internet late at night to message the Canadian woman. "Hello, ma'am. This is Amina from the village. I hope you remember me." The reply came, "Of course I remember you. How are you?" That one message changed her life. The woman began sending Amina short English lessons via voice notes. Every day, Amina listened, repeated, and replied in English. Slowly, her pronunciation got sharper, her confidence higher. She practiced greetings, sentence structures, and even storytelling. One day, the woman said, "You should apply for a small assistant job at a friend's shop in the city." Amina was scared. She had never traveled alone. The city was loud, crowded, and fast, but she knew it was time. With her mother's blessing and some borrowed money for travel, she went. The interview was simple, but Amina was nervous. "Why do you want this job?" the shop owner asked. She replied, "I want to learn more, and I can help your customers." Her English was basic, but her confidence was real. She looked him in the eyes. She smiled. He hired her. Amina started working at the counter, welcoming customers and answering questions. She made mistakes, but she always apologized and learned. Her English improved every day. She wrote down new words she heard at work and reviewed them each night. Customers started noticing her warm smile and her effort to speak their language. Some even started giving her small tips or teaching her new words just to encourage her. Within a year, Amina became one of the most trusted workers at the shop. She managed inventory, replied to emails, and even gave small product presentations in English. She was now a key part of the business. She saved part of her salary and enrolled in a weekend spoken English class. Her teacher was amazed by how much she had learned on her own. "You are a self-made student," he said. She smiled and replied, "I had no school or internet, but I had a dream." She started teaching her little brother and a few neighbor kids basic English. Her small room became a mini classroom in the evenings. Today, Amina works as a full-time customer relations assistant at a small business. She speaks English confidently. She helps others in her village learn the basics. She tells them, "Start with one word a day. That's all it takes." Her journey wasn't easy, but it was real. She proved that even without school, internet, or money, you can still achieve big things if your heart is full of purpose. She now dreams of opening a language center in her village, a place where no child feels left behind because of lack of money or technology. Let Amina's story remind you, your environment doesn't define your success. Your effort does. Thank you for listening. If you liked this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring English stories.